What do you think? It's your first start.
Big task at hand. Can't wait. Honestly, I couldn't ask for nothing else.
Picked a pretty good guy to go up against, didn't you?
Great player, great guy. I've been watching film nonstop. That's already me, but had to be on top of it for sure this week. Just knowing he has so many moves in his arsenal. Just gotta stay sound.
What is it that makes him, the defensive player of the year a couple years ago?
Nonstop. He just does not quit. He does not have a. He has a motor of like just nonstop moves. And my major thing is if I get to limit him to some of them, use my length and my strength to my best ability, I can minimize whatever he has to throw at me.
You weigh him by 120 pounds, so you would think that his quickness would be your biggest challenge. How do you combat that?
Like I said, using my length, kind of leaves his chest open a little bit during the pass game. So, probably using that. But, there's other things to it, making sure I get back. There's a limited amount of things, he's a great player, honestly, all around.
Dawand, your development from the first day you walked in during rookie minicamp to now is night and day. Just what do you attribute or credit that to?
I credit, the defense. They're the guys I go against every day. Whether from a 2 or 1, you're going against them at one point. When I was a 2 for a little bit, I was going against Miles and Zadarius. And so that was really helping a lot. Even Obo, he's a great speed rusher. So, I'll probably take some reps today, too, with the 2s just so I can get a better feel and look, just so I can get a better game rep.
What did you think about Wyatt Teller's block from the other night, and then what did you maybe learn from that about finishing a block?
Like you said, though, it's just our main job is to finish, and that's a definition of what he did the other day. I was on the sideline at the time, and I got hype about it. Everybody was going crazy. Most people don't know that's like a big thing. As an O-lineman, that's tough to do. Drive somebody 15 yards downfield. So, big props to him. He's going to take care of business this week.
How can he help you, Dawand, a veteran like him, lining up against with you every play? How can he help you in the game?
His experience, his length. He's pretty tall in my opinion. His arms is long. And in the pass game, half the time it was really attached to his hip. It's really not much. He's like the main charge of everything that goes on the right side. He helps me. He's the workhorse.
Do you think they'll move TJ around a little bit? Do they traditionally do that, or will he be really stationary on one side?
I think they'll probably put him majority on my side. Just because, I'm younger, rookie, they're going to try to definitely make me a target, but, I got to step up to the plate, step up to the challenge. But they do have packages that they're going to move around, so, it comes with the game.
What do you think you're...
What have you learned from Jack Conklin, and how has he helped you?
His strikes, Jack has a mean punch, and, even going through Indy and me just being a dummy for him, you just learn how strong his punch is. Honestly, Jack is just a great worker. He comes in every day and just does what he needs to do. And, I learned that from him. Just making sure I get those extra reps, extra set. It's definitely a lot. Appreciate Jack for that.
What do you think your emotions are going to be like Monday night, right? It's a Monday night game, prime time, first start, TJ Watt, all of it.
My emotions, they're really the same every time I go into a game. I would say like they're a little bit low, but also in my head high. Like you never get too high, never get too low. So, honestly, just play the game just like any other game. Just don't treat it different. It is prime time. Everybody's watching you, so you can't let nobody down. Can't let yourself down. Can't let the team down, and that's just my main goal.
What was the most hostile environment you played in at OSU? Was it Michigan or somewhere else?
Probably stay up north. I said it's just like a rerun of my junior year. Not much experience. Going against a very elite rusher, just like just like my junior year, I was going against elite rusher as Aiden Hutchinson, and just got to step up to the plate, like I said.
And you always had the goal to be a starter, no doubt, but this happened really quickly. Does it take you by surprise? How are you dealing with it?
It took me by a little bit of surprise, just because, you just thought the time was going to be a little bit longer, you waiting and stuff like that. But it's here, God wouldn't put you in this moment if he didn't want you here. So it's up to me to go attack it and go grab it. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
So before you guys have any questions, I am a part of the brand ambassador for the Stay in the Game Foundation of the Cleveland Browns, aiming to, support students and increasing school attendance and, making it important to them to show up to school every day. Something I'm very passionate about, obviously, is education. My dad's an educator. Actually, I had 100% attendance till I got to college. Don't tell them that. But just the importance of showing up every day, and just the skills that you learn from that, being there every day, being attentive in school to your teachers, and then just those skills that you learn, those social skills you learn with being around your other teammates and classmates and all that stuff. So, just wanted to throw that out there.
Hey, since he cleared the way for you to get up here, I'm just curious your thoughts on how a rookie like that steps into a big situation, NFL debut, and plays as well as he does.
Yeah, I guess just a testament to him, his hard work. Coach Bill, one of the best in the game, and he comes from somewhat good school, I guess, at Ohio State. But he's a wonderful person to be around every day, full of energy, and he takes that same approach on the field, and he's always ready to go. So definitely proud of him.
I don't know what your record was with the Colts in Pittsburgh, but we know what the record of the Browns is. Why is it so difficult to win there?
Yeah, just historic. For a long time they had, a top quarterback in the NFL, and Big Ben. Much respect to him. And then they're well coached. They do the fundamental things very well, and they don't beat themselves. So obviously it's a huge challenge for us this week. Again, it's the next game, so it's a huge game for us. But last week, we don't want to put too much into that one. You kind of want to flush it and go to the next week. And obviously, it's another division opponent. You never want to take those games for granted. We have a huge challenge ahead of us, and I think we're ready for it.
You mentioned not wanting to put too much in the last week. They have a game that they want to put in the rearview mirror. Obviously, you're probably expecting their best shot from them Monday night, but just when you watch that offense and some of the struggles that they had, just what do you take away from that film?
Yeah, again, you don't want to put too much in a week one. You have first time everybody's back on the field playing a full game together, so you never want to, like I said, put too much emphasis on it. We know that the Pittsburgh Steelers, they're hard, tough-minded group. They run the ball really well. Number 8, very accurate thrower, especially on the run. So we have a huge challenge to keep him in the pocket, stop their run game, and they have playmakers outside as well. So, again, we don't want to look at our film and think too highly of ourselves and look at their film and think too lowly of them. We have to go and approach this week as its own week, and, it's them versus us this week. So that's all it is.
I'm sorry. What allows Jim Schwartz to do the different things he does up front, right? Against the Bengals, it was 5 D-line, it was Miles moving around, it's you blitzing. What allows him to be able to do all those different things?
Yeah, I mean, the engine up front, they make everything go. So when you have those guys, you can pretty much do whatever you want. You can go 5D lineman, you can go 4-man rush, 5-man rush, 6-man rush, whatever you do. And then the guys just willing to execute. Guys being selfless. I think you saw a lot of guys, just clearing the space for other guys to work. And nobody was selfish about it. We was all happy to see each other make plays. And I think that's the most important thing. You don't have selfish guys in this room.
Could you see confusion from the Bengals, like, who are we going to block on this play?
We got to play them again. So
The blitz rate was a little more than historically Jim does. Was that just seeing the blood in the water, trying to put the game away?
No, I think he has a good rhythm of calling the game. We saw we were able to get, a little bit of pressure with 4, a little bit of pressure with 5, 6. So just wanted to keep the looks different. I don't think it's more, the blood in the water. I think it was just his feel of the game and what he felt like we needed at that time.
The tone got set on the very first play last week with Za'Darius. What was that really the case, that play is what just really got the ball rolling for you guys, and just the way that front played? I think they hit Joe 10 times on top of the 2 sacks. Just when you're going through a game like that, can you just feel that you guys have the pressure, so to speak, that you've got them right where you want them?
Yeah, I think like you said, the first play set the tone for sure. But that's a long game. We knew we had to keep battling, keep swinging. We get to the middle of the third quarter, still two-score game. We had to keep fighting. We understood that, and a lot of resilient guys in our locker room, especially on that defensive line, man. Those guys really just flew around the whole game, made our jobs a lot easier, and then we got guys covering the way our DBs cover. It makes the linebackers' job a lot easier as well. So, testament to those two groups, man, the engine and then the tip of the spear of our DBs.
Do you think Miles wants to be a two-sport star?
No. No.
What do you think of those hoop moves, though?
No. I didn't see him. I don't want to see him. I need him on Sundays. So.
Hey, back to your D-line. You talked about being the engine. How important is it to have the versatility of you guys that you do have up front that can move inside and out, and Jim can put him wherever he needs to?
Yeah, a testament to those guys. Miles always, the dominant force that he is, Darius, Obo. You can name every guy in that room that can play in multiple spots and just really affect the passer and play the run really well as well. So we have a really great group that I really appreciate, no doubt. One of the best groups I've ever been around.
Anthony, you've been here long enough now to know that how much Cleveland wants to beat Pittsburgh fans. Do you think both new locker room, do you think they need to be educated on what this game means besides the obvious standings and all that?
I don't think so. I think we have a really mature group. Obviously, a lot of young guys, but a lot of mature young guys as well. And they understand it. And I think Kevin, hits on it more than enough about how important winning our division is. So a little bit more when it comes to Pitt, but it's a division game. So if you have to be, fired up or a history lesson on a division game, then, I don't know why you play this game. It's like playing in a conference game, a conference title game, whatever it is in college. You don't need extra motivation.
How good did it feel to be back on the field last week? And then does this feel like a full circle moment at all, being Pittsburgh Monday night? Because that's obviously how you got hurt.
Yeah. It's funny, I sent a message to the linebackers yesterday. Obviously, very grateful to be back on the field last week. Never want to take that for granted. This week is a little bit more for me. Obviously, night game, Pittsburgh Steelers last year, around the same time was when I got hurt. It means a little bit more. I'll leave it at that, but it'll be fun.
How do you manage the emotions going into a primetime game? Like, you're the only one on TV, you're in front of the lights. Like, how do you manage the excitement and the emotions of a game like that?
You just play ball. I think at the end of the day, you can go out and make it more than what it is, but at the end of the day, you go out there and you play a football game that you've been playing all your life. That would be my message to all the guys. You've been playing this game. You've played in big games before. This is nothing different. Just bigger stage and a little bit more TV time.
Jim told us last week he's not everybody's cup of tea. So what are your early impressions of Jim and why? I guess why does he work with you, Jim Schwartz?
Yeah, because I think he's the same guy every day. You get some guys that they bring it one day, don't bring it one day. They go with the ebb and flows of the NFL, the good days, the bad days. Jim is the same every day. Good day, bad day. He actually, went off on us, earlier. So, but just his message doesn't change either. Just the consistent message and the same guy every day is what a lot of guys just want in the locker room. And when you want your coach, somebody that you want your coach to be, the same guy every day is what Jim is.
Consistency obviously is the goal, along with winning. You guys have 16 more of those defensive performances in you.
No, I hope so. But it's a daily grind. We can't rest on last week. We got to put the work in this week, and that starts today. Well, started Monday, but you can't rest on what you did last week. And for us to be better, and we really don't even think we've even got to where we think we can go. So. We got 16 more, and hopefully the last of those 16, we're trending in the direction that we really want to be. Appreciate y'all.